It is 2016 and it's finally time to take another look at this massively popular free antivirus product from Avast. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been requesting me to take a look at their premium security suite, that is Avast Premier, but I decided to start with the free antivirus because this is what most people are using and I have been recommending this product a lot, so I want to make sure that it's up to the task. However, I do have the Premier in mind as well, and you'll probably get to see a review of the highest level security suite of Avast sometime soon. Now, before I actually start with the review, I want to state a few of my opinions. And keep in mind, these are opinions. Yours may differ, and I understand that. So first thing is, I have not been very happy with Avast's marketing strategies as of late. Now, I know very well that this is a free antivirus product and that it is cross-funded. It requires advertising. They have to make the revenue somehow. I totally understand. But given they are one of the most popular free antivirus products out there, I don't think they need to be this desperate. First of all, you get these banners at the bottom. I'm totally fine with banners, but there is a thin line between being suggestive and being deceitful. I think Avast is getting pretty close to that line these days. First of all, when I installed this product, I got a pop-up telling me that, or rather a setup window telling me that the program was going to collect my data and share it with third parties without my consent. And it did say it won't share personal data, but then again, I don't know what exactly their definition of personal is. And there was no option to turn it off during the installation. It said that if you want to opt out, you have to install the product first and then go into settings and turn the data collection feature off. Now, if you're stating that during install, I also want the option to say no during install. It doesn't make sense to say that, hey, this is turned on, but you can disable it later on if you like. That's okay, but again, I have two concerns here. One, a lot of people may not read the user interface that clearly. They may just skip that window, which, it's your fault, I guess. But the second, more important concern is it kind of means that some preliminary data about your system is going to be collected anyway, because it may do that during the installation before you can disable the feature. So I don't know what Avast's answers are to these questions, but I really hope somebody makes them take notice of these, and they can make slight changes to these things. I mean, these are not huge problems. They can be fixed very easily, but if they continue with these practices, it can severely damage the trust that users have on a company like Avast. So I would definitely suggest that they, change their language or change their methods to be a bit more transparent and a little less deceitful. Now, coming back to the banner at the bottom, again, it says your computer might be sluggish and running slowly. If all this said was, buy Avast Internet Security or buy Avast Premier right now, I would have no problem with it. It's straightforward. Somebody wants to buy, they can go ahead, click and buy it. But telling users things like this, if you click on this, I'm sure it is not going to improve your performance. So if I click optimize my PC, all it's going to do is take me to another buy window. So it shows me these issues, it says it can fix it, it actually can't. All it can do is ask me to buy another product. So I don't like this type of behavior. And we have another banner sometimes that says, we have a gift for you. When you click on the gift, what it actually does is sends you to another window which asks you to buy premium Avast products at a discount. Now, I understand it's a discount, but a gift is not something you pay for. I just don't like these practices. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're on the same boat, and if you do think that Avast should be less deceitful and should use different language in their advertising, please let these concerns be known. I mean, you guys can do anything. The public has the power, so let them know, post it on forums, bring this to the attention of Avast, and hopefully they are going to respond. So that aside, let's get started with the actual test. I'm going to take a brief look at the settings to make sure PUP detection is turned on. Apart from that, it's very similar, the 2016 version. We're just going to make sure we have the latest databases and the latest program version as well. So we have the latest version, it's 11.1.2245. And then they have their tools and stuff. I'm not going to go into the details of all these things, but we're going to take a look at the file system shield, and as you can see, everything's turned on. It's all fine. And the action is set to fix automatically for all files. And the heuristics are set to normal. PUP scan is turned on. The suspicious behavior or HIP setting, which is a new feature that Avast have implemented recently, is set to the default sensitivity. However, you can turn this up if you want better zero-day protection. But I assume that's also going to produce more false positives. So find the balance that's best for you. For the purposes of this test, of course, everything will be left on default settings. So I'm not going to make any changes whatsoever. So enough talk, let's grab our malware links and get started with the test. Now, as for the age-old resource usage question, I'm not doing the usual RAM lookup because it's a tremendously inaccurate way of figuring out the system performance impact. But I'm going to just give you a general view. Avast is pretty light on the system as far as my experience goes. So here's our first link. It's a fairly large file for malware. And it's got a name that's hard to pronounce. The second one's a nice URL, theme file. So there we go. First URL is kind of blocked. It's an evogen detection, so that's nice to see. Avast evogen has been one of their most reliable features of late, and it's been doing a great job. So let's go ahead and try the next link out. Pretends to be a theme file, but as you can see, it's exe. And it's a funny URL as well, 2012. So this thing is blocked immediately, malware gen, it's in their signatures. Let's try the third URL. Seems like it's dead. Why do the good ones always have to be dead? Oh no. A couple of dead links here. Let's move on. I'm pretty sure many of these were alive some time ago. This one should be alive. Yep. So I'll be grabbing a few more links, don't worry guys. This one is blocked though. This is a piece of adware that's been floating around a lot lately, so I thought I might throw it in because not all engines detect it. This is another semi-malware, I guess. It's kind of like adware, but detected by a lot of engines. Seems like Avast doesn't have too much of a problem with this one. So I'm not sure what that did. We'll wait and see. This is another huge file. By huge, I mean by malware standards, of course. car ssn.exe. How'd it be if you could download cars? That'd be really cool. Well, Avast wouldn't let you. It's caught as a dropper, and well, that's that. We'll grab a couple more links, try to look around. Hopefully I'll find something fresh and nice, and we'll try those, and then we'll do our second opinion scans. Links were kind of hard to find, but I did manage to get a couple of good ones, so let's try them out. And it turns out this one is blocked as well by Avast as Trojan generic. Let's try out the last one. And Windows doesn't seem to be very happy with it, but Avast lets it run nonetheless. Here we have a cute little browser extension from Avast that seems to be taking forever to load. Well, it says this site is not safe, but I would assume that it would block the download. It does seem to have some sort of anti-phishing and things like that. Anyway, I didn't see a lot of web blocking in this test, so I'm not like super excited about this widget. Maybe the phishing's gonna work out better. I'll do a test if the phishing maybe while testing the Premiere version. So that's that. We did have a couple of files that managed to run, so I need to verify that the system is clean or if it's infected. So I'm going to do a couple of second opinion scans. It does seem pretty clean though. I don't see any weird stuff going around. I didn't see any command prompt windows open, so that's what I'm guessing, but then again, malware is supposed to be difficult to detect. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of looking around first. I guess I'll use kill switch. Let's see if it can identify anything. And if we don't see stuff, then I guess we'll just have to wait for the second opinion scans and then we'll be able to know for sure. Our second opinion scanners have kind of come out blank, so I guess Avast did a really good job in the web prevention test. The couple of things that ran, either they were blocked by the hips or, you know, just didn't do their trick, or tricks, should I say. Samana came up with this, but this is just one of my analysis tools. It's a false positive. I'm just going to report it to them and we'll move on. So as you can see, I've disabled Avast now. So we're going to grab our malware samples. We have 500 samples here. There you go. And these are pretty fresh. I just grabbed them earlier today. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a right-click scan with Avast and let's see what we're left with. If you're new to Avast, just to let you know, Avast scan is one of the fastest I've ever seen. It's already done. I'm going to delete everything. And that is stupid fast as well. So now we're left with 20 items, so let's do the math. That turns out to be exactly 96%, which is a really good detection rate considering the age of these malware samples. So Avast is getting better and better at detection, and it's getting pretty close to some of the paid anti-malware options that have great signatures. So signatures are definitely looking good. Now let's see what their advanced zero-day capabilities can do to prevent this malware from entering the computer. So I suspect some of these may be blocked by Evogen again. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna have kill switch open just so that we can see the processes running. So far everything seems to be safe, although I do see danger 80.exe. Well, the name doesn't sound very safe, but Komodo hasn't flagged it yet, so let's wait and see. The second one is blocked by Avast file rep, so that's a reputation check, and no, I don't want to do boot time scan. The next one's also running, so we have a couple of things in memory here. Let me see if I receive any new alerts from Avast. We have got quite a bit of stuff running, as you can see. This thing just terminated. This one wants administrative privileges and it's blocked. The threat was detected and blocked before the file was opened. So this is a signature detection. So the payload of that file was detected. I'm noticing a bit of a slowdown now. Let's continue. No more alerts from Avast. The system's starting to get pretty slow. These are failing to execute, but something tells me that not all of them failed. So as you can see, the pop-ups are taking really long to load. And here's the reason. Our service house file is taking up a ton of CPU. This one's blocked. File wrap again. I'm gonna do a boot time scan. I'm pretty sure that something has injected itself into some Windows process at this point. I can definitely feel the system slowing down. And since none of the malware is actually taking up all the CPU, and I'm seeing a lot of weird CPU usage from system process. Actually, this malware is taking up the CPU. It's taking 48%. And system idle, okay. System, this one's taking up a lot sometimes, and that was another one that was caught by Avast, but it seems like we might have some infections. So what I'm going to do is I'll let the system run for a while, as I always do. I'm gonna allow any of these prompts if they show up. And then after a while, I'm going to run CCleaner, reboot the system, and then we'll see how many intruders we have in here. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is Process Monitor, and as you can see, there is a lot of stuff going on in the background. A lot of registry keys are being accessed, and there's definitely something wrong with the system. Even after rebooting, I'm unable to delete this file that is present in the folder. The rest have been deleted, but this one seems to persist, which means it's active, so just wanted to let you guys know. Alright, so our second opinion scanners just finished, and the results are here for you to see. Malwarebytes does not find anything, which is really surprising. Zamana finds the one file that is active, that is danger 80. It's currently running, and Hitman Pro seems to be the most revealing scanner here. So it has found 3 threats. We've got this DLL file in app data roaming, and we've got this file in Windows folder, which is a major concern. And then we've got this active malware, which is set to run at startup. So a couple of major infections. Although the amount may be small, I don't see 1,000 files here like you would if it was a PUP, but that doesn't matter. These are serious threats, and they're active. They could be spying on us right now, and are making us part of some botnet. I don't know, but that is definitely not a desired result. I'm not too happy with the job that Avast has done in terms of zero-day. It used to do better before, and I'm not sure if I'm the only person who misses their old sandbox, but hey, I'm not sure what they're doing right now. The hips and all that stuff, it's cool, but I'm not sure they have the best implementation for those features yet. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a startup item created like this by an untrusted file, and a new file written in the Windows folder. I think there's some work to be done here. In terms of signatures, they're doing very well. And I know I didn't enable harden mode, and if I had done that, it would probably have blocked everything, I guess. And I know that in File System Shield, we have this hip sensitivity. Maybe if you turn it up, it's going to do much better, but default settings, that's what most people are going to run it at, and it seems to be a little bit lacking there in terms of zero-day protection. Having said that, it's still a good option for several users, but I think I'm not going to go all out to recommend it to as many users as I have in the past, and that's why we have these regular tests. People ask me, why do you test like the same product so many times? And this is why. Because you can never be too sure, you can never be too safe. So I'll be taking a look at this product again when they release some updates. Hopefully we'll have better results in the zero-day category. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this test. Be sure to let your thoughts be known in the comments below. I would love to know how you would interpret the results, and also your privacy concerns. Let them be known in the comments, and if you are an Avast user, please post them on their forums. Let your voice be heard. Thank you for watching. This is Leo from the PC Security channel as usual. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, stay informed, stay secure.